Hi, hi, hi. Hello, Sky. How's it going? Let me see here. We gotta do some things with the audio. Okay, that's all good to go. And we need to get the Nancy Drew going. And of course, it's just my desktop. So, hi, there's my desktop. Welcome into chat. We are back to Midweek Mystery. We're gonna be playing Nancy Drew. There's a bit of noise in the background. It'll go away here in a second. Yeah. Hopefully, we can see things. Let me double check my stream here, make sure it's showing up. Let's see. Will it kick in? It's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? And there we go. We're good. Okay, cool. Great. Fantastic. Not sure what was wrong before or if there was anything wrong, but we will go into chat here on my phone so I can see y'all's beautiful words. Eloquence says, I've been so excited for this one. I'm glad to get into it. I'm excited. All right, let's get back in. Midweek Mystery. Okay, we have to remember where we were. What are we doing? What time of day is it? What are we up to? Did we still have to get pictures? It looks like we haven't given this back to Red yet. Let's see if... Oh, he's not going to be there during the daytime. Okay, that's the bird calls. I can't actually look at the camera, apparently, which is great. I feel like I'm still missing one, so we might have to go back and do that. Do I have the notes I took about the dogs? I can't remember which ones correspond to which ones. Let's see. We got... Oh, roll my pen off the table here. Vitus is the winter one, Xander is the summer one, Lucy is the spring one, and Iggy is the fall one. Last thing, Nancy was getting knocked out and stopping the fire from spreading. Let's go see if we can talk to Red. See if we can get his pictures to him. The hawk was the last one? That's right. Plot happened. Hi, you. Oh, look at that. Cans of gasoline over here, huh?
Hello there.
Hi,
I owe you an
creepy man.
apology. After you came up here looking for those red tails, I gave my map a closer look and realized it was more than 50 years old. Reason you can't find them is probably because their favorite nesting tree is gone. Finding that hawk's gonna be harder than I thought, so why don't you just give me back my camera and I'll take it from here. It didn't get burned up in that fire or anything, did it?
How do you know about the fire? Somebody clobbers me over the head? Yeah, you know what? That's
Somebody
legit.
clobbers me over the head and then tries to barbecue me, and all you're worried about is your camera?
It's a very expensive camera.
I never noticed those gas cans before.
I ran out of gas. So much for being prepared, huh? Well, that's all I
So why do
wanted
you
to tell
need it
you.
in the tree?
I'm sure you've got places to go, things to see, people to pester.
You're shady, my dude.
You'll be happy to know that I did get a picture of a red-tailed hawk. So here's your camera back. I got all the
Oh,
birds.
he did see me. That's
Thank you,
right.
Nancy. Nice work. You're a credit to your generation.
Red herring or red flag? Good
See you in
question.
a while.
No hurry.
If I thought about it long enough, I could probably remember who the bad person is in this game. But I do this thing with these games where I deliberately try and forget how the mystery goes. A couple of them I played often enough that I there's no forgetting at this point. I just remember. But honestly, I don't remember at this point who the villain is. This guy says, okay, fair. Some cameras are very, very expensive. All right. So we got everything that we need from him. Oh, that's right. I have a PDA with a plug in it. I heard that HerInteractive.com is a great place to learn about the latest detective techniques. She stopped to put in her PDA to put out the shed fire. That's smart. Oh, it says use water from the pump or the lake. I wonder if it's possible to get water from the lake when that's going on. Can I not go down? Oh, there it goes. Took the pictures. These seem to not really be in order. Alright, have I gotten all of the bait? I think I did. So I've already taken that over. Eloquence says, I guess running all the way to the lake to scoop something up would probably take about as long as pumping. Yeah, probably. I just don't know if it's actually possible to get it. Because I don't think it is normally. I mean, I guess we could go check real quick. Like, is it possible to go to the lake?
It's not safe to take the boat out at night.
I don't want to go out with the boat. I just want to get water. Probably not. Probably not. We might have to call Sally. I'm not sure. My voice feels really deep today. Sky says a single lens can run $700 to $800, and Nancy is obviously fine. Yeah, could have been the wrong choice. Who knows? Moving the dog statues in the living room. Oh! Changes the pictures in the clock. That's why it was like swans one time and moose another, or elk another. I need to associate each dog with a season and a symbol. Okay, well I know the seasons. I'm not sure if I know what symbols go with said seasons. But we can probably, by process of elimination, kind of see what's in here. I'm gonna think that's maybe summer. So let's go over here. And oh, wait, I have a thought. There's that compass stone in the back. Does it have symbols on it? Hello. Ah, no, it doesn't. Too bad. Okay, well that doesn't help. Unless the gravestones all looked the same, so I don't think that has anything to do with anything. I think probably this is a logic thing. But I bet... Can I not look up there? Because see, that's the elk and that's the swans. I can't see if there's anything at the top or bottom though, but maybe it's like fall, summer, if that's like snow or something. Swans, deer, etc. Maybe animal shapes in the clock aren't the seasons, but the other thing, the symbols. Let's see, if we do these, do they reset? They don't. Okay, let's just turn them all this way for the moment. And see what that changes. Okay, we got trees. I feel like I need to write this down. Oop, don't dump my root beer. Oh! Wait, I think I know what this is. Okay, we just need to find out what the last one is, and then I think we can figure it out. They all bark. They all bark when they go off. So let's just do you backwards and see what that does. Okay, we're to swans now. That's right. They were set backwards when we first got here. I think they're all on the walls, but I can't really see what the walls look like. Birds, maybe swans. We got elk. What does that look like to you? Well, that looks like the walls. That's this. So those are birds. So we've got like birds, trees, swans, and elk. Ooh, I wonder if this is a thing. We could logic it out, right? Like we could probably figure, let's see, birds. That feels like maybe spring. swans, elk, and it's trees in full bloom, or in full leaf, so that's probably summer. Doesn't the poem say which of those? Yeah, well, it tells me which ones correspond. I know which dog corresponds to which season. I just don't know which element. Are you saying, oh, maybe, yeah, okay, maybe it's that. Let's see. Get over there. Yep, you're right. You're right. Okay, so we're going to assume these are correctly in order. So we have leaves is the first one. The second one is swans, obviously. Autumn's call brings out the deer. I guess they're deer, not elk. And then winter comes and the birds take flight. So that's leaves as trees. Okay. So that's spring, summer, fall, and winter. So that needs to go. Let's see here. Summer is Xander. Swans. Oh wait, no. Spring, summer, fall, winter. So that's not spring. That would be Lucy. Lucy is trees. Swans is summer, so that would be Xander. Deer is fall, so that would be Iggy. And birds is winter, and that would be Vitus. So, let's see. What was this one when we last put it up? Birds. I hate that it resets every time. It's so slow. Okay, so Vitus needs to be the birds. That's cool. So we're good on Vitus. He's good. He is summer. He is winter. So he is birds. Iggy is deer, which is fall, which I think was turned back like that. Then Lucy, so they were all facing behind first, and then they came this way. Lucy is going to be the leaves on the trees. So that was this way, which would leave this one facing forward. Maybe? Let's see if it does it right. I kind of feel like it was supposed to click and do something when I did those. Lucy is the same. Oh, did I do it wrong? Lucy's the same as Vitus. The Roman one. Oh, you're right. So we'll try that. See what happens over here. Okay. Oh. No, I think that's still right. Nope, I've got something in the wrong order. Music is spelling. I don't think the music actually has anything to do with what is happening in the game. All right, so we got something wrong. Let's turn over here to a new page. It's going in this order. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. But the dogs are named, so that shouldn't change the order of things over here. Probably what I need to do is make sure that I was guessing on all these, so I probably need to make sure that they are actually what they're supposed to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is how they are in the cabinet. So the first one should be leaves, okay. The second one, which is this one, should be swans. And it's not. There we go. That's why we're having an issue. So this needs to be, I think, 2 turned twice. to get to the next one, or it depends on which way it's going. Let's try that. Trial and error. We'll get there. First was birds, not leaves. Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. So this one was facing... Process of elimination, it was facing back. So you need to face back to get leaves. Hopefully you need to face forward to get swans. Let's see if that goes anywhere. Nope, we got swans. So I have them backwards maybe? Let's see what the second one is. Yep, we got them backwards. Okay. Let's swap you and you. Just because I want to see if I can brute force it. Nope, okay. Okay, Vitus, Iggy. Lucy is next. Let's see what Lucy does. Let's make sure that these are right. First one. No! Wait, are they in different orders? Because that should definitely be leaves now. And it's now set to swans. No, I didn't want to hit that. And you're set not to swans, but to birds? I'm so confused. Okay. Let's try this again. We're going to take these one at a time, figure out what they're supposed to be. So if it's facing, I'm going to make a new chart. If it is facing to the right, it is trees, which should be summer. No, spring. I keep thinking that's summer, that's not spring, which should be Iggy. Lucy. Okay. Back out. Did the poem say which of them was first? I think they're in the order of the cabinet. If they're not, we'll cover that next. Let's figure out which one is which first. Okay, turn you once. If it's facing to the back, what are you? If it's facing back and or up, depending on how you think about it, it is the swans, which is Xander, which is summer. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go the next one. If it's facing to the left, then... Oops, my pen's not working. If it's to the left, it's the... Is this the birds? This is the birds. Birds, which is winter, which is Vitus, which leaves south. We can logic this one, or not south, down, forward, however you want to think about it, to be the deer, right? It's the one we haven't used yet. I spelled deer, der, which is fall. I have too many lists on the page now, which is Iggy. Okay. Now, with that information, we should be able to set them. Which is a funny thing to say, because they're dogs and they're sitting. We're setting them, not sitting them. Alright, so, Vitus. Vitus needs to be facing the way he currently is, for birds in winter. Okay. Iggy needs to be facing this way. Lucy needs to be facing this way. There we go! Except, I can't go over there, or I will die. So, now is when I think these are going to come in handy. Huh.
This doesn't look very safe.
No, it doesn't. We already died once to that. What if we did that? And then that. And then that. And can I hammer him into place? Yes! That looks even less safe, to be honest, but, we're gonna go for it. Yeah, thanks. Thanks there. Secret passage! Secret tunnel! Oh. Oh. Flashlight. It didn't make me get out my flashlight. I'm very glad. Can I go back this way? Okay, yeah, I can. Okay. Make sure there's nothing that's gonna kill me. Hello? I can't read that. Oh, but I took it with me. I guess I might need it later. Door. Oh, okay. There's electricity down here, I guess. This is just the root cellar. Oh no. I hear mice. That's not good. Oh. Oh.
It could be mice making that sound. It looks like a tiny hole.
I think.
It's blocked.
Can I not put these on? I really want to put this on.
It's blocked. It looks like a tiny hole.
Do I have anything that I can stick in a tiny hole? Like maybe a pen? Aha!
What's the combination?
I don't know, but I have a note that I think will tell me. At least I thought I did. There it is. Oh, are you serious? Can I not look at that better? MM pinched. Oh, these are dates. These are the different combinations. So I need to find out what MM is and when it or they was pinched. Okay. Okay. Can I back up now, please? Okay. Don't like the mice. Not a fan of mice. That looks like it's probably going to be a door. Write it down, you think? Alright, we'll write down MM pinched. Somebody stole his M&Ms. Does it get darker if I use this? Nope. Not darker, brighter. Oh, hello.
William
False
Akers. I wonder if he's related to Jeff Akers.
The truth about Mickey Malone, as told by his most trusted employee, William Akers. Mr. Malone has never spent a night in jail, and he never will, says William Akers. And you know why? Because he's just an ordinary Joe trying to run a ordinary business. He said this with such conviction that for a moment this reporter honestly thought Akers was talking about somebody other than Mickey Malone, the notorious gangster. But I was standing on the porch of Malone's getaway home at Moon Lake, having bushwhacked through the thick brush from the east side of the lake to avoid detection and probable eviction by his bodyguards. And I was talking to the man who, according to the police, is the only person Malone trusts. Yeah, I think you're right. Mickey Malone pinched. I think it's the date. We'll have to find that. I ought to know. I ought to see him every day. Akers went on. He doesn't deserve all the grief you newspaper hacks give him. He's a rich man because his laundromats are fine establishments and people like to wash their clothes there. He's literally money laundering. All this talk about him being a bootlegger is just plain hogwash. When I asked if I could talk to Malone, Akers said Malone was out walking. Like I said, he's an ordinary guy who likes to do ordinary things. When I asked if I could wait for him, he said, "What for? Anything you want to know about Mickey Malone? I can tell you. I've worked for him for 15 years. When I said all I wanted was the truth, he said, "Then you're in luck, because that's what I just told you." Great lawyer. And now, I suggest you leave. Mickey's a swell guy, but he's got these 4 big dogs, see? And sometimes they don't mind so good. I took the hint and left, but as I struggled back through the underbrush to get back to my car, I realized something. Akers hadn't told me the truth about what Mickey Malone did. I knew that, but he had told me an important truth, that when it came to what Mickey Malone was, someone who had at least one extremely loyal employee. I ask you, good citizens of Philadelphia, how many so-called legitimate businessmen can say the same thing? Logic is lacking. No, he hasn't been arrested yet. This is a different thing. Also, this right here is a reference to another game. Oh, I'm just gonna leave that there on the steps. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Now can I get back in through that way? I can! Good deal, good deal. Can I see anything else different? I don't see anything else different. I think... Oh, it's so dark. Maybe the Houdini number? I wonder if I can call... Was there a phone number attached with that? Sometimes there are Easter eggs about numbers that you can call even if they're not actually part of the game. Is there a phone number? No. Oh, it's his dates. Reflection on Zaharia Houdini. He was born in 1874 and died in 1926. And this is the date that this was published, not about when he did anything. So, we're gonna have to go to bed. And tomorrow morning, we will go talk to Mr. Akers. Find out what he knows about his dad, or whoever this might be. Also, it has always bothered me that I can't touch that book. I think it's just a phone book, but I can't reach it, and it makes me sad. Also can't do anything with those. Okay, let's go to bed, and in the morning, we will talk to Mr. Akers. AM. Good morning, beautiful world of danger and deception and all kinds of nasty. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. Can I snoop around in Red's tree while he's not there? See anything about those cans of... Nope, he took them with him. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Alright. Oh, nope, close that. No, I don't want to reset it. I just want to go. Yep, let's go to the park ranger station. Actually, before I talk to him, I want to see if that date about who, what's his face might be around here. History Moon Lake. Let's try that. Famous residents. I see dogs. Aww, what a happy dog. Oh, this is hard to read. Celebrities in the East Coast spent time here, including Florence Siegfried on his boat, the Folly King, which capsized. Local legend has it Ben Franklin spanked the summer here. Infamous residents such as Mickey Malone. He was convicted of tax evasion in 1933, so we'll write down 1933. That feels like it might be important. Apparently he died in prison, that's sad. Ooh, Roman numerals. That feels like it's gonna be important. Oh, I think it is. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. Hang on, we're gonna go talk to Akers, because I think I remember this part. Get out. I think... Oh, hello. You weren't there a second ago. Hi. You're such a sweetie. You don't look anything like those dogs, but you're so cute. Actually, you're kind of a messed up looking dog, but that's just, you know, old animation for you.
You're back.
Hi.
I noticed you have a dog.
That's Yogi,
Yogi.
who never goes out unless he's on a leash. Park rules.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't help but notice that he's about the same size as those ghost dogs were.
I hope you're not suggesting I trained Yogi to run around in the middle of the night barking and attacking houses.
Oh no, I'm definitely not suggesting that at all. Let's move on with our conversation.
I found a newspaper dating back to 1927 in Sally's house. Since you're kind of an expert on the history of Moon Lake, do you mind if I ask you some questions about Mickey Malone?
Not at all.
The article mentioned that a man named William Akers used to work for Malone. Is he a relative of yours?
No. Quite a coincidence, I'll admit, but no. I am in no way related to the head flunky of some two-bit gangster and his gang of thugs.
Plot twist, he is the head flunky of some two-bit gangster and his gang of thugs. It's a time travel thing.
I found this old picture in Sally's house. Do you know who these people are?
The man is Mickey Malone, I know that.
Of course he is.
I'm guessing that this is his girlfriend, Vivian Burnett, I think her name was. And judging by the year of that brand new Ford in the background, I'd say the picture was taken in 1928.
Ah, you're a car man. Okay.
She was probably as familiar with Malone's house and his dogs as he was. Think there's any chance she's still alive?
Tell you what, Miss Drew. Why don't I go through my files and see what I can dig up on this mystery woman? I'm a busy man, but like I always say, I'm here to serve.
I like him better this time around. He's much nicer today. Maybe he's had his coffee. We'll come back to this one.
What happened to Akers and the rest of Malone's gang after he went to prison?
Fortunately for Moon Lake, they all left and went their separate ways.
When and why was Malone arrested?
I'm sorry, Miss Drew. As usual,
of
I'm a
course,
little
of course.
pressed for time. If you have more questions, why don't you sit down at the computer and peruse the Moon Lake database of fascinating factoids that I've put together?
He just really wants me to use his computer of his database of resources that he's put together. As a librarian, I feel this.
Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I left with you?
I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report, but frankly, I've been way too busy.
Sounds like Moon Lake could use 2 rangers.
If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state.
10 acres, like possibly the property that Malone's house is on? Uh-huh.
Why didn't the Parks Department buy the Malone property instead of Sally?
She outbid them, the cheapskates.
Well, if those dogs
Ah.
scare Sally away for good, other people are bound to think twice about buying the place. The bank will lower its price, and you'll have your land.
You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew.
That's what I do. I'm a professional insinuator.
I didn't mean to insult you. In fact, is there anything I can do to help you out?
Tell you what, if you're serious about making amends, there's some boxes by the computer labeled with dates. They're from the estate of a local history buff. She kept everything from newspaper clippings to old photos to recipes for apple crisp. She
Ooh, I
put
love
everything in
apple crisp.
envelopes, then numbered them by year using Roman numerals. Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman numerals, there's an entry on them in the computer.
I hope I don't get distracted. Apple crisp sounds good right now.
Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my word for it, you'll never get finished.
Why did that sound like a threat, sir? Why are you threatening me about sorting old recipes?
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
I feel like it was a problem, but okay. Alright. Let's see if I can do this without the refresher
Let's
course.
see. Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
These individual boxes, can I switch them? Okay, I can switch them back and forth. Ugh, I hate Roman numerals. It sounds like he was programmed to say it. Yeah, there's certain things like her thing about, well, if this happened, then you'd get the land was probably actually, it was also a follow-up to her comment about, like, maybe those dogs are a blessing in disguise. A lot of times the conversation paths will kind of loop back on themselves. Alright, I know my Roman numerals, but not well enough. Let's see. These all are going to start with MCM, because that's 1990. The rest of it, I think I can figure out. So let's see. We want 1990 first, right? So that's going to be here. Nope, that's not it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 1990. Okay, and then we want... This goes up to 1912? 1990. 1900. 1912. Let's see. That'll be... MCM XII. That's 10, 11, so that goes there. Nope, not you. That's 13, right? Yeah, that's 13. You are 25, so I can go ahead and put you somewhere over here. You love the soundtrack? I love this soundtrack. The composers for this game are fantastic. There's a couple of different ones, but they are all amazing. Let's see, what are you? V. V is 5, so that'd be 1953, right? Somewhere up there, I think. You're 14. Add 15. There. Oof, I'm getting lost very quickly. I think that's 1951. I think L is 50. Should put you there. Right? I bet they're not every single one. Yeah, because there isn't 12 all the way in through here. Okay. So we may not have... You can hear my usual stream background music again. That is not deliberate. I meant to turn it off. Hang on. Boop. There we go. Should be out of the way. Thanks for the heads up there, Eloquent. Appreciate it. Okay. 13. 14. 15. That's 1910. That's 32. So you're going to go over here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I probably actually didn't want to move that one because that's 10. That's 15. It actually does go there. Okay, I haven't messed with any of these. Let's do that. That's 5. So that'd be 8. That's 1908. So I think we have 1900, 1908, 1910, 1911. I still need 1912 here, which should be XII. Maybe I'm wrong? Or maybe it doesn't actually go up to that. Because this would be 10... 19. Oh, okay. I hope you don't reset. Please don't reset. Good. Okay, good. It might reset when I set that in there. Okay. Where was that? Of course, it's like 3 things in. We have a chart, please. Charts are great. Love charts. Love me a chart. I'm gonna quickly copy it. Get my water out of the way here. I1. B is 5. X is 10. L is 50. Okay, I've got those right. C is 100. D is 500. M is 1,000. Okay. Just realized how nostalgic the clicking sound is. Right? It's like a real clicking. Like, old school computers. Okay, please don't have reset. Okay, good. Okay. That's 8. That's 10. That's 11. That's 19. So that goes there. There must be something else that goes in this row. We're missing one in this row. We need to figure out what it is. Oh, there it is. It's this one. So that would be 1903. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. 3, 8, there, bop, badoo. There we go. Okay, we got the first one, right? So we got 1900, 1903, 1908, 1910, 1911. Cool. Okay, now we're going from 13 to 19, which we have 19 there. We have 13 there. 13, then this would be, that's 5 minus 1. It's 4, so 1914. Okay. 1915, this one does not go here. We need another one in here. 1917. Okay. Ivy is 4. Did I do it wrong someplace? 4. And that'd be 8. I think I got that right over. Oh, did I say 3? Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. That's 51. That's 60. Isn't it? L is 50 plus 10. Yep, that's 60. But this is even further. Should be one more. I've actually got my hand on the screen over here. Yes, I do think that that is how that works. Eloquent. It should be this one, wouldn't it? Feels like that's a big gap. Okay, let's go back to this. 1920. Do we have one that is 1920? We got 25. Put you there. Didn't mean to pick that one. Oh wait, actually though. No, that's correct, because you subtract the one that's before. So if there's a smaller one in front of a bigger one, you subtract it and you add it this direction. Oh, my neck needed to pop. That feels good. These make me go cross-eyed so much faster than real numbers, and real numbers make me go cross-eyed very quickly. What are you? That'd be 19. C is 100 minus 10, so 97. I think that's 1997. XL is 40. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I guess I probably should have actually said, this is how Roman numerals work. You read this way to this way, but you read loop like this way and then back and this way and then back. So we have M, which is 1000, and C is 100. And then M again. So you subtract the C there from the 100. So you have 1000 and then 900, so 1900. And then 2 tens is 20 with the 5 on the end. So this is 1925. Sammy says, I'm so young I just see letters and nothing else. Well, to be fair, the Roman Empire has been gone for a while. Get that it made sense for the Romans. Definitely a system would be very intuitive and cool if one grew up with it. It's fine. I think one of the benefits of this system is that it is very easy to carve into stone, which the Romans were kind of big on. Okay, I got lost now. What am I doing? Okay, we've got 1925 here. Is there anything earlier than 1925? Also, I'm noticing that the music cuts out if I'm in this screen long enough. There's no music right now. That's why you have a texture pack that changes the Roman numerals to modern numbers. Are we talking about in Minecraft? Because, like, those are the easy ones, right? That's just, like, 3 eyes, or maybe an IV, which would be 4. Is there anything that's a 5? Are there any enchantments that are a 5? Haste, fire protection. I don't remember. Regardless. What am I doing here? Anything older than 25? No, no, no. That's 32. That's definitely not. Okay, so I think maybe that one goes there, which then brings us to this next one, which is 39. Eloquent says, lack of background music represents the boredom of extended number translation and sorting heights. Doesn't it really? I had forgotten about this task. I hate this one. You had a Roman numeral phase. I think we all did, Sammy. I think we all did. Or no, that was Sky. I think we all did. Because it's like a code, right? So it's cool. Okay, so the L is 50, so that's 50, 60, 70. That's 1970, so that can go over here. And then that'd be 1960, which probably goes there. Because this supposedly only goes back to 1946. Let's see, 39. That would be 51. Oh, wait, hang on. 10. So 1, 4, 1. 19. I'm going backwards now. Do I add? Oh, okay. So if it's 50 minus 10, that's 40. 1941. Right? That'd be 1951. So that actually goes over here somewhere. This one might actually go back a bit. What are you? That will go a bit further. Okay, okay. I think we're good. Okay, we got 51, 55, 50... No. 51, 60, 69, 50, 60, 70, and then 97. But I think at least one of these is wrong because usually Nancy will say, got it, or something, and it'll lock up when you're done. So let's go through here one more time. Well, actually, let's go double check that she doesn't just go over to... I keep wanting to call him Tim.
You're back.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
So we've got at least one of them in the wrong space over here. Let's check it again. The flaming motives for acres. This is making you forget them. If I wanted to, I could totally look this up, but I don't want to. If I wasn't streaming, I might look it up. I'm not good at for stream. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get there. All right. 1900. 1904. 19, let's see. Get the MCM. We'll just ignore that right now. So we got, that's a 4. That's an 8. That's a 10. That's an 11. Okay, those are in order. Then we've got a 13. That's a 14. That's a 15. That 10 plus 5 is 15, 16, 17, 10, and then a 10 here, but minus 1, so that's 19. Sammy says, it's so weird to see you move all choppy, but the NPC movement is smoothly. Yeah, there's a lot of weird. What did I just say? I said this was 17. Okay, so then we have 25, and then 32, and then 39. And then I believe, I might be getting things wrong once we get more complicated here, but I believe that is 50 minus 10, which would be 40, so 41. And same logic, but 45, which would be as far as that one goes. Then over here we have 51, 60, 69, that'd be 70. Oh, maybe this is the one that I got weird. Because that would be 100 minus 10. No, that'd be 90. Okay, no, these... Oh, what am I missing? What am I missing? These feel like they're all in order. I must be misreading one of them or misunderstanding how Roman numerals work. Let's go... Oh, we have background music. Let's... Oh, how do I find this thing? I always forget. Yeah, 39. That's how that works. Okay. Roman numerals, the number 3 is expressed as I. I. Number 8 is expressed as VII. 68 is 10. We got 50 plus 10 plus 5 plus 3. Okay. 168. I think I'm doing this right, but I think I've got just like one that's incorrect. One slightly tricky adjustment when it came to writing 4s and 9s. In Roman numerals, anytime a letter represented a smaller number is placed in front to the left of a number, or a letter representing a large number, the smaller number is subtracted from. Okay. Do they have to be in order in the columns too? It says 1946 on the last one, but then there's no end date. It starts with 46, but then just it's empty there. Oh, but I see what you're saying. It starts with 46, and I think I'm starting with 51 here. M, C, M. 1951. So one of these has to be earlier. One of these has to be 46. I wonder if it's this one. $46 to the present, yeah. Sammy has redeemed hydrate. Good idea. I do need a drink. Thank you very much. Ah, I sound like Elvis. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ba-dum-bum. What do we have here? We got 45. So this one is 45. XLV. This guy says, I meant because you have 1904, then 1903? Do I really? Oh my gosh. I think Eloquent said that earlier. Where am I looking? Oh yeah, there's a V there. That is a V. That's an I. That's, sorry, that is an 8. That's a V plus, that's 5 plus 3, so that's 8. So we got 4, 8, 10, 11. That is 51 though, so why is it here? What am I missing? There's something over here I feel like I'm messing up. Logic. Logic, I can logic it, I'm sure. Okay, let's go back to this one. 25, 32, 39, 50, 10, so 41, same logic, 45. That one I'm like 900% sure is correct. Let's check this one. I haven't done this one before, or checked it at least. 13, 14, 15, 17, 19. So this one does go from 13 to 19. I'm irritated that it's not what it actually says on here, because this is 1900 to 1911, not 1912. This one is 13 to 19. Okay, cool. But this one is 25, not 1920. So 25. That's 98. I'm like 90% sure. But I'm suddenly not sure of myself, so I'm gonna close out my app real quick and I'm gonna go on the Google and I'm going to put in Roman numeral translator. And we're gonna double check. We're gonna double check our work here because clearly I'm missing something, but I'm not sure what it is. So the last one here that we want is MCMXC. Also, I can't see your chat for a minute, just FYI. XCVII. Calculate. 1997. Okay. Then we have MLXX. 1970. XIX. Wait a second. Yeah, it's 69. LX should be 60. LI is 51. Okay. Going backwards here. MCM XLV. That guy's got a very loud car. 45. XLI 41. XXXIX 39. Yeah, okay, we're good so far. 1932. XXV 25. I'm not sure where I'm messing up. Let's make sure it's not in one of these other columns. There's also always the chance that my game is bugged. It has been known to happen. Okay, that's 1900. IV should be 4. Yep, 1904. VIII should be 8. Okay. And we should have 1911 X. Oh, first we have 10. Okay, and then we have 11. Okay. Add 2 more I's to that. That should be 1913. XIV. 1914. XVII. 1917. XIX. 1919. I just checked all of these and they are all correct. So, why can I not do anything with them? Back to chat. Am I supposed to be able to read them now, maybe? Make sure they've all registered as being in the right spot. Okay, I'm getting desperate here, guys. Uh-oh, also I think my phone is locked up. Did he say top is earliest? Or did he say bottom? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, let's try mixing them. Or rather, yeah, let's swap them around. So, you... Right? Now I have to do this backwards. Like that. Okay. It's possible that he meant this way. If you're looking at a folder, maybe you do start with the oldest and go back in time to the newest. Okay, so we want you to come to here. To there, to there, to there, to there, right? 3. Oh, my brain. Swap top to bottom, then swap down the thing. Like so, right? No, hang on. 3, 4, 13, 14, 17, 19, 15. Right? 13, 14, 15, 17, 19. Okay. Now they're mixed up again. Yeah, they usually are. I don't do this well. This is like dyslexia on steroids for me right now. Making sure I'm doing this right. Okay. 4, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. A comes to here. B comes to here. Right? And then the middle one stays the same. So 25, 32, 39, 51, no, 41, 45. Okay. Bop, 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 bop.
Now that they're
there,
all sorted,
that
I
was
can do
it,
some
eloquent.
reading.
Thank you for pointing that out, because I was sitting here trying to figure out what the heck I was doing wrong. Okay, now we get to read at least one of them. We get to read a couple of them. Alright, we know that we want to hear about this. Let's see what this is. Alright. That's so hard for me to read. You guys can't see this because it's fixed on stream, but this is really, really stretched out for me. Malone owned and operated the Philadelphia Duds and Suds. a chain of laundromats and dry cleaners that allowed him to disguise and disperse the money. He literally was laundering money. This makes me laugh. Okay, he died. I feel like I'm going to need some of this information again later, so I'm going to go ahead and write down like everything that I get. So, he died at 52. Died at 52 on February 13th of 41. And he was born 1889. Okay, I don't think any of the rest of that is particularly informational. He was arrested in 32, which I think I did write down over here. Yep, 32. Convicted. He died 2 months before he was scheduled to be released. That's sad. Alright, I think that was this one. Oh, we got 2 of them here. I don't remember which one I grabbed. Okay. Oh, it's so hard to read. Gangster nabbed at Moon Lake residence. Mickey Malone arrested right at his luxurious Moon Lake property. And it was today's edition on January 29th of 1932. That's probably what we need right there. Let's see if there's anything else useful. Malone in pajamas being led away. A quote-unquote businessman, long considered by police to be a bootlegger and racketeer, finally felt the sting of the sword of justice when he was arrested this morning at his house on Moonlake. Okay, so I think we got both of those. Let's try this one. Oh, nope, that was the first one. Go back. This one last. It's probably an American date, yeah. Gangster about to become... Oh, that's when they're moving in. Self-proclaimed captain of industry. Rumors started late last June when the 10-acre property... You know, that 10 more acres that Acres wants? Ha! He wants... Acres wants acres. Secrecy has shrouded unauthorized persons and vehicles. The workmen have been sworn to silence. If he was building a house on Moon Lake, Walden Matthias... an agent spearheading the Department of Justice's investigation. He put a gravestone in his fake graveyard for the guy who was heading up the investigation against him. That's some shade. That's a threat. If he is, I suggest he live it up while he can, because the place we're going to be sending him ain't on no beach, and he's going to be there for a real long time. I want to get out here. All right. Oh, here we go. This is Emily over at the antique place. Dragging ban is a drag. I definitely read that as dragon at first. There's gold in them there sandbars. At least that's been the experience of Emily Griffin, owner of M's Emporium. Past 10 years, she has been dragging a heavy net back and forth across the bottom of the lake. Yeah, those were definitely not the things that you said to me earlier, Emily. Dredged up everything from diamond tiaras to skeleton keys to full bottles of French cognac. Just blows my mind what those people would drop back then and never bother going back for. Art Deco bracelet. She was referring to the wealthy gangster Mickey Malone through large parties. Estimates that she has made close to $20,000 selling her finds. That's motive right there. That's motive to get... At least to get acres. I don't know what that has to do with me, though. The ban arose from the fact that the bottom of Moon Lake is composed of unusually fine sand. It clouds the water, posing a threat to aquatic plants and fish. Park Ranger Jeff Akers initiated the ban, saying that it's too delicate to ignore. Miss Griffin begs to differ. The whole thing's just plumb ridiculous, she says. You know what all of that stuff down there is doing right now? Rusting and rotting away and polluting the water. And that is a point. 1997. This article, I think, might be older than some of you in chat. Alright, that's what we got. That's the information we got. Hellcut says, yep, that makes me feel old. What was the last page? I think that was just the, click through. Watch the Septics Roadshow. On the Plumbing Broadcast Service, PBS. For those of you who aren't stateside, the Public Broadcast Service, PBS, is our BBC. It's our, you know, whatever. She'll have to abandon. Don't know if I can. I still sell the stuff that washes up on the shore. And that happens, you know, especially after good storm. But I may be down, so I may be down, but I ain't out. Alright, let's go talk to Jeff again. Hey, Jeff.
You're back.
I finished putting all those envelopes in order.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Drew. And to show my gratitude, I've got something for you.
It doesn't involve Roman numerals, does it?
No, it's an honorary Junior Park
Aw,
Ranger pin.
that's so sweet.
I keep them on hand so I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations. A little bit of positive reinforcement.
I'm like 19, Jeff, but thanks.
Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often.
Oh, gee,
So
thanks, Ranger Acres. Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
I wonder if I'll be able to use that at some point. That seems like it might come in handy. Small enough to go in the hole. Well, I think I used the pen just fine on that when I first got there. Let's go talk to Emily though. I want to get her take on that article. Ah, the beautiful sounds of motorboats. Hi, Em. Got some questions for you.
Nice Junior Park Ranger pin. You must really be on Acres' good side.
How do you see it in my pockets, Em? I'm not wearing it. It's in my pocket. Okay, fine.
I found an old newspaper in Sally's house that contained an article on Mickey Malone. It really got my curiosity going. What else can you tell me about him?
Person you should talk to is Jeff Acres. He's got this historical museum thing going out at that ranger station of his.
Did I not already see that?
How do I get to the museum?
Just up lake from Sally's on the east side.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
Is that where I just was? Or do I have a new location now? I think that's what I just saw. So I've already done that. Will you talk to me more now?
How you holding up?
Nope. Okay.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yola hee-hoo.
Okay. Nobody does that. Nobody actually does that. Yeah, it must have been a dialogue I didn't get with her earlier. Sometimes they're a little wonky. Yodelay-hoo! I used to have a coworker that every time I'd walk in, he wouldn't greet you with a hi or a hello or even a howdy. He would greet you with a howdy, duty. I got to where I would reply duty, howdy, and he would just look at me like, what? He didn't appreciate my sense of humor. All right, let's go back down here. Let's try this date. Over here. Don't like the mice. Howdy do is short for how do you do anyway? Yes, it is. 'Tis indeed. MM pinched. Okay. Oh, I guess I don't need to stick that in there anymore. Okay. So, I don't know how many digits it is. Let's go back and see if they were using full years or just the ends of. It looks like they're using... I'm guessing month, date, 2 digits each, month, date, year. Okay. So we want to do 01. So January 20. Keep going. 9 of 32. 30. Nope, wrong way. Guess I can only turn it one way. Oh, I don't like that. Don't like. That is the unhealthiest looking mouse I've ever seen.
I bet those were deer mice.
I bet they were. I don't really want to touch anything in there, Nancy.
I better be careful.
Yeah, let me put on this. William Akers, 1933 to 1942.
Speakeasy.
Okay, in 29, today Mickey went to prison, but when they were walking him to the paddy wagon, he told me to take care of his dogs, and when the time came to do their tombstones like he told me. Then he whispered to me to look under the Victrola in the speakeasy at Moon Lake. He said I'd find a map to the gold he stole 2 years ago. Then they shoved him into the wagon, and that was that. Poor Mickey. How's a guy who's never spent one night in jail supposed to spend 8 years in prison? He'll never make it. I think he wants me to have the gold because deep down he knows he's never coming home. Anyway, I looked under the Victrola and found the map. The problem is there's nothing on it except a bunch of lines and the words, "The dogs will lead the way." There's no X marking the spot or directions or nothing. But I need money bad. My wife and baby haven't had anything decent to eat in months, so I'm going to pack them up and move to Moon Lake permanently so I can spend all my time looking for the gold. This is the middle of the Great Depression, so... Mickey never told me outright that he was the guy who pulled off the hole-in-the-floor gold heist. He always said the less I knew, the healthier I'd stay. But according to the papers, a bunch of gold was stolen off the moving train right under the noses of about a dozen Pinkertons. Mickey must have greased somebody's palm real good and got him to cut a hole in the floor of the boxcar, and the gold was going to be shipped in. After the gold was loaded, one of his boys crawled under the train and pulled himself into the boxcar. Then when the train was moving, he dropped the gold down in the hole and onto the tracks. Mickey's boys picked it up and got away clean. Nobody ever suspected. So what I'm looking for is about 20 gold bars. The papers said altogether they weighed about 600 pounds. The question is, did Mickey hide them in one place or did he spread them around? He must have buried them, but where? I don't know, did he drop them in the lake maybe? I just thought of something. Maybe Mickey trained his dogs to go to the gold if you say the right word. I'm going to try saying golds to them tomorrow and see. See what happens. I've said every word I can think of to the dogs, but they haven't led me anywhere except in circles. Spent the last month following them around, first Xander, then Vitus, then Lucy. I don't have to follow Iggy because all he does is sleep on the porch. So it looks like I'm going to have to start digging. I'll dig under the porch first, seeing that's where Iggy always is. About a month ago, I started working as a handyman over in Lewiston to make ends meet. So even though I stop by Mickey's every day to feed the dogs, I can only look for the gold at night. I dug around all over the porch but didn't find nothing. I marked the porch on the map.
Joe Akers? Emily said Jeff Akers' father was named Joe. Maybe Jeff is related to William Akers after all.
Nancy, you're reading ahead of me, hon. I marked the porch on the map with a big I for Iggy because that's the place he always leads me to. I was so busy digging last Tuesday night that I almost wasn't there when my son was born. We're calling him Joe. His big sister is real happy. She says baby Joe is just like the dolly she always wanted, but we could never afford to get her. Truth is, we can't really afford Joe neither. I keep writing to Mickey, asking him to please tell me straight out where the gold is, but he never writes back. I'll just have to keep digging. Leavenworth Prison, Leavenworth, 48, Kansas. Oh, I don't know how long this is. Okay. Spend all my free time digging in the woods, dig around everything that could be a landmark, logs, rocks, tree stumps, but I never find anything. Plus, I keep getting lost. The past looks so much alike, especially at night. That part we've already got. We're good. Nancy's a fast reader. Sammy says, imagine Red saying, coffee? Cups? No, dang it, to Jedi asking for Jedi to make coffee in the morning. I don't drink coffee, so... Mickey never allowed the dogs in the speakeasy or in the tunnel. I've been looking there for the gold because I looked everywhere else I can think of and got nowhere. Last week, I found out that Mickey changed the passcodes to the spigots in the speakeasy. There's passcodes in the spigots. Okay. It's got my hopes up because the way I figured it, why would Mickey change the code without telling me unless he was hiding something? But when I finally figured out the new code, I didn't find nothing in the tunnel that opened up that wasn't there before. Why Mickey spent all that money on pictures of those dogs of his, I'll never understand. In 42, he says, I give up. Mickey's dead, so are all his dogs. I'll never find the gold. I got a good job offer in Harrisburg, and I'm going to take it. Little Joe and Sarah deserve a better life than they've got so far, and it's high time Callie got a nice house and a husband who doesn't spend all his time chasing after something he can't find. But I'm leaving this journal here because who knows, maybe someday I'll suddenly remember something Mickey said, and it'll finally hit me where he hid the gold. Maybe I'll come back here and find it after all. But in the meantime, I got my family. They're what's important. They're treasure enough. Well, it's very sweet that Mr. Akers there at least, left behind his criminal ways at some point.
The dogs will lead the way. I wonder what that means.
I don't know, but we see the eye on the porch for Iggy, so Let's see what we can do. Do I get to take this with me? Do I have to leave it here? How do I get out? Do I have to flip all the way back to the beginning to get out? Alright. Basement is the speakeasy? I think we're close to it. Maybe the picture of the dogs are the clues, but the mice ate them, so it's definitely acres. I corresponds to the porch, or at least acres thought it did. Don't like that. I think I can put these away now. So I have a feeling that this is probably what opens up to the speakeasy. But how to get in there? How to get in there? I don't know. Let's go look at the porch. But let's go this way. Akers said that he marked the porch, so I guess it's for making the map easier to read. Very possibly. Is this anything? No, I already have all that information. We're good. Let's see if there's anything on the porch that I couldn't look at before. Does not seem to be. The room you were in was with the safe, was the speakeasy. He mentioned it changing codes. I happen to know that that's not the speakeasy, but I don't remember how to get there, so we're gonna find it out. Sammy says, okay, but I would also spend a lot of money for pictures of my dog. In fact, I know my relatives felt the same since there's an oil painting of their horse in my basement worth $500. That's awesome. Let's, it's been a while since we've gone to the cemetery. Let's, oh wait. Wait. There was something, wasn't there something in here that I hadn't opened yet?
It's probably not safe to go in there.
I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay. The door noise was IRL. That was my neighbors being loud and obnoxious. Alright, we need to go this way. I'm gonna have to check the map. Where are we? We're at the fallen tree. I need to go this way. Why'd they have to put the cicada in the game? I don't know, but they did, didn't they? I'm at the log. I need to go across in the log. Oh, that annoys me. That door is so loud. And at night, it's so loud. The whining reminds me of summer in Animal Crossing. It reminds me of summer outside. What am I looking at? Gosh, reading that whole book with the, like, drawl kind of thing has gotten me using my real drawl now, and it's kind of annoying me. Yellow ribbon. I need to go this way. I mean, I guess I could just talk like this the rest of the stream. That'd be fine. I could just get real lazy and talk like this. But I would kind of hate myself if I did. Hello. Anything new? Born 1925. When did Mickey die? This was a threat of some kind, because that's I don't think he actually died then. It's kind of sad that they all died the same day. Or at least the graves are marked that way. Cicada, more like cicada. Cicada, more like cicada. You love Western drawl. That's not a Western drawl. That's a hick boot heel of Missouri twang. Eloquent says, wait, why did the game leave a clue telling you which way to go to the graveyard when you had gone there already to open the basement? I think it was probably just trying to make it easier so that you can just write down the left, right, left, left, right, left, right, instead of having to check the map all the time. I do remember that when I originally played this game, that was definitely a thing that we had written down. Wait, what? Vlog. I need to go that way. Fallen tree. Go that way. They probably were found already passed the same day or were buried the same day. That's also possible. If somebody wasn't checking on them all the time. All right, we're home. Okay. Let's call Sally. See if we can get any of Sally's thoughts on this. And if Sally can't help us out, then we'll call Bess and George and see if they can give us any kind of clue. All right, Sally. 1, 2, 1, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 8, 9.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, hi. How's it going?
Apparently, I don't want to talk to you, Sally, so talk to you later.
Thanks again, Nancy.
All right, let's try Bess. Sometimes just talking things out with Bess and George can also help you remember something you've missed.
Nancy, how's it going?
This caller ID stuff is going to take some getting used to.
Oh,
I'm here too, Nan. What's going on?
All right, let's walk through all of the stuff that we need to catch them up on.
There's a private cemetery in the woods out back. Malone and his dogs are supposedly buried there.
Creepy.
And there were paw prints in the cemetery. Fresh paw prints.
Are you sure you're going to be all right there by yourself? We'd volunteer to drive out there and keep you company, but unfortunately my car's in the shop, and you know what a scaredy cat George is.
That's okay. There's really no room, and believe me, living conditions here are pretty primitive.
Scaredy cat, huh? You're gonna pay for that remark, dear cousin.
Moon Lake is gorgeous, but it's so remote. The park ranger is the closest thing they have to a sheriff around here.
Park ranger? What's he like?
Which, as we all know, is Bess's way of saying, park ranger? Is he cute?
Not true, George. Nancy thinks everybody's cute, so what would be the point? Anyway, Nancy, you were saying?
His name's Jeff Akers. He's very helpful, polite, efficient, knowledgeable.
Sounds boring.
In fact, he probably knows more about the area than all the other residents of Moon Lake combined.
Sounds very boring.
What's he know about these alleged ghost dogs?
He thinks they're just plain old dogs that for some reason like to run around at night scaring people.
And what does Detective Drew think about the dogs?
I think Sally had good reason to be scared of them. I don't blame her for leaving, which leads me to think that maybe that was the whole idea.
Somebody had those dogs attack Sally in order to scare her away?
Why would anybody do that? She was there for less than a month.
You'd have to be a total creep to make enemies that fast. And Sally's one of the nicest people I know.
Ooh, Nancy! Speaking of cute guys, Frank and Joe Hardy called. I filled them in on where you are and what you're doing, and they're dying to hear from you.
Great. Did they leave a number?
Their number is 280-555-4865. Bess didn't recognize it when they called and almost didn't answer the phone.
Good thing my cousin here has a memory like an elephant, huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Call them, Nancy. They're dying to hear from you. But remember, Frank's cute and all that, but George and I want to hear from you, too.
Yeah, no fair discussing the case with them from now on and not with us. Promise you'll keep us up to speed?
I promise.
Okay, so random aside. I've played every game in this series. Frank and Joe show up a lot. Frank very clearly... Wait, is it Frank is the older one? And Joe's younger. Frank very clearly has a thing for Nancy. However, it is unrequited because Nancy is dating Ned Nickerson. Let's just say Ned deserves better than Nancy. He deserves better than a girlfriend who's constantly jetting off to the various places around the world and ditching their dinner dates and their anniversary dates and completely forgetting about him and calling him 3 days later and he's like, I thought you were dead. I couldn't find you. I ship Frank and Nancy. I very much do. But that is completely aside.
This birdwatcher I met has got me taking pictures of birds for some survey he's doing. He's a bit of a grump.
Does he live nearby?
No, he just kind of hangs out in the woods. In fact, I only see him at night.
Interesting. He's in the woods at night. The dogs are in the woods at night.
Could he have had a reason for wanting Sally out of the Malone house?
As far as I know, he and Sally were on good terms. But I also know that Red doesn't seem to have much use for any life form that doesn't molt.
He sounds like my Uncle Zach. He's into birds. Only he doesn't watch them. He hunts them, then shoots them. I never really liked my Uncle Zach.
All right, I'm gonna skip to this.
I could sure use a nice big hint right about now.
According to that journal, William Akers had a son named Joe.
And Emily said Jeff's father, who used
Okay,
to
we
be a
have to go
sheriff,
talk to
was
Jeff
also
again.
named Joe.
Coincidence? I think not. Ranger Akers just got a little less cute and a little more suspicious.
I agree.
Sus.
But maybe I should go over there and hear his side of the story, Nan.
Bye, you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, we can call the Hardy Boys, but let's go talk to Jeff first. Maybe she found out something she wasn't supposed to, says Sammy, talking about Sally, I assume. I think how these games, like, that would be definitely my thought if this was a different genre. These games, I think she would have told us. Let's go talk to Jeff. Hello, sir. Woo, spinny spin.
Good news. I have information on your mystery woman.
Woohoo!
You are incredible, Ranger
That's
Akers.
flattering.
What did you find out?
Her name these days is Vivian Whitmore. She lives in Las Vegas, and her number is
I know the phone number.
702-555-9137.
Sorry to bother you again, but did those results from the water test come in yet?
There's something here for you from the State Department of
Hello,
Health.
Jedi. Hi, sweet girl. I love you very much, but you cannot be up here right now. What is with you suddenly wanting to be here while I'm streaming? Get down. There you go. Water sample. Unsafe. High levels of arsenic. It's not unusual to find trace
not only is
amounts.
the water bad, but it seems like the well may have been contaminated deliberately.
Ooh. Hang on, now she's bugging my roommate. Jedi, psst, get down. This is probably because it's getting on towards her dinner time. You can wait just a little bit. Don't make me put you in the bedroom. Yeah, you sweet girl. I love you.
I wouldn't go jumping to conclusions without
State
proof,
Department of
Ms.
Jedi.
Drew. I'm sure there's a far less melodramatic explanation.
Where's Yogi?
In the run out back. Even
Sound
out of
defensive,
sight,
sir.
he's under my full control, as park rules require.
You would trust that department. I don't know if I would.
What do you know about a man named Joe Akers?
Why do you ask?
I recently found out that William Akers had a son.
All right. William Akers was my grandfather.
Why did you lie to me?
And you don't want anyone to know that.
It's not exactly something I'm proud of. My father spent his whole life trying to make people forget what my grandfather was, and trying to make sure people who didn't know what he was never found out. I've been doing the same thing.
You are absolutely correct, Eloquent. I think someone is really trying to kill anyone who lives in that house. Whoa, got a lot of questions here. Okay.
What did William Akers do after Malone was arrested?
I'm afraid you're going to have to excuse me, Miss Drew. In case you've
Oh.
forgotten, I'm a very busy man. I apologize for my previous
Oh, okay.
behavior. As a park
I didn't think
ranger,
long.
I
We're good.
strive to keep my personal feelings in check at all times, and that time I failed. It's my duty as a public servant to try to make it up to you.
Aw,
What would
that's
you
very
like to
kind
know?
of you. He gets really nice when he's not up on his high horse. Hang on, I'm getting something to dangle so I can play with Jedi and keep her busy. All right. What can we
What
tell
can you
about
tell me
this?
about the gold that Malone supposedly buried on his property?
As far as I know, it doesn't exist. It's just one of those rumors people want to believe, so they do.
You know all about those. There's supposedly a lost silver mine around here.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Don't think it exists.
Hello there.
Anything else?
Did your grandfather ever find any gold on Malone's property?
If he did, he never spent it. He wasn't poor when he died, but he certainly wasn't rich.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Jedi. You leave her alone. All right. I feel like we're no further along than we were before, though. Let's go see if Emily has anything to say. Excuse me, Em. Got anything for me?
How you holding up?
Okay.
Do you know anything about the gold that Mickey Malone supposedly buried somewhere on his property?
All I got to say about it is, if there really was a bunch of gold buried somewhere and nobody ever found it, it's for darn sure nobody ever will.
Darn sure.
Not with them dogs up there.
Not with them dogs.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
That's the fakest thing. Also, nobody with this accent really says "you betcha." That's a northern thing. Not the southern drawl. All right. What do we got? What can we look at? We got the map. The dogs will lead the way. The dogs will lead the way. It's more Minnesota. Correct. Correctamundo. The script says you betcha. Who knows? Who knows, Eloquent? I don't understand half what... Why is it suddenly nighttime? Why is it nighttime? I didn't change it to nighttime. Something's gonna happen.
Howdy.
Mickey Malone supposedly buried a bunch of stolen gold bars on his property way back in the 20s. Did you know that?
Really? That's interesting. I don't much care, but it's interesting.
Uh-huh.
So
sure.
you don't know anything about it?
Nope.
See you in a while.
Just remember, eyes open, mouth shut.
I keep making you slide into a twang. Sorry,
Howdy.
Sky. Oh,
See you in a while.
Shh, down a notch. Remember.
I was still louder than you, cranky old dude. Guess I go in the house? Nothing's happening? Huh. Okay, hang on guys, just a second. I gotta take care of a cat. The infinity illusion effect. Yeah, I noticed, so in Etho's last video, he had a picture of his setup so that people could actually understand how cursed it was. And I'm like, oh, that's OBS. I know how that works. Okay, it's dark. I feel like something is supposed to happen because no, I don't think time actually passes in this game. Not like that. I think it'll stay daytime as long as you keep it daytime and nighttime as long as you don't change it. So the fact that it changed on its own makes me feel like something is supposed to happen. I really don't want to go wandering around the woods though, and it hasn't given me a reason to, so I'm just going to try and go to sleep. Okay. It let me go to morning, so we'll see. Wonder if I should tell Sally about her well. And I should definitely call the Hardy Boys. Let's try them first. Oh, and this other lady. I get to call that other lady too. I have new information. Corrales taught me that I'm too right-handed for left-handed people and too lefty for right-handed people. Alright, let's call Hardy Boys first, because we were told about them first. So 12805554865.
Hello?
Hey, Joe. It's Nancy.
Nancy, how's it going? No, wait, don't answer that. Talk about the weather or something.
The weather?
Yeah, that'll give me time to grab the other phone and take it outside. Frank's washing the car. He'll kill me if he misses anything. Here, wait a sec. Take a break, it's Nancy. Hang on, he's putting the hose down. He's drying his hands. He's walking over.
Nancy, hi. What's up? Bess and George say you've got another mystery on your hands.
Or should we say, on your paws.
They told you about the dogs?
We made them tell us everything. Pumped them dry.
As you may have guessed, we're not exactly rolling in detective work here.
So you're living vicariously through me.
It's not the first time, sad to say.
What conclusions have you reached so far, Detective?
I'm convinced that someone is using those ghost dogs to scare Sally into abandoning Malone's house. If I can just figure out why, I might be able to figure out who.
It's gold, Nancy.
Never
That's
hurts
the
to
why.
look for motive.
I'm pretty sure that's the why.
I'm pretty sure I know why somebody wants Sally out of the Malone house.
So come on, spill.
Apparently, Malone stole a small fortune in gold bars off a train and hid them somewhere on his property here. They've never been found.
How do you know?
One of his employees, a guy named William Akers, kept a journal, which I found and of course read.
Of course. Wait a sec. Did you say William Akers?
Who, as it turns out, was our friendly park ranger's grandfather.
Whoa.
According to his journal, William Akers spent months following each dog around, hoping one of them would lead him to the gold. None ever did.
So they didn't go running off into the woods, never to be seen again after all.
Apparently, they stayed around Malone's house for years. William Akers went to the house every day and fed them until they all finally died.
But according to their tombstones, they all died on the same day.
Those inscriptions were Malone's idea. Akers was just following instructions.
And in all that time, William Akers never found any trace of the gold?
That seems important.
He made one mark on the map I found, a capital I on the porch of the house.
Any idea why?
He discovered that one of Malone's dogs slept on the porch all day, so Akers dug all around underneath it looking for the gold, but never found anything.
Let me guess, he marked the spot with an I because the dog's name was Ike.
Iggy.
Maybe the location of the gold doesn't involve just one dog, but all four in combination somehow.
The whole idea of relating dogs to a map is crazy. They're animals. They move around.
But they're also creatures of habit.
They're also
Maybe that's the
memorials.
key. Maybe I just need to know their habits.
Well, that could be a little difficult considering those dogs have been dead for more than half a century.
So if you guys were 600 pounds of gold bullion, where would you be?
Maybe Malone hid it in the speakeasy.
Maybe. The longer I stay in this house, the more it seems like nothing's impossible.
Keep the faith, Nancy. If that gold hasn't been found yet, all it means is that nobody as smart as you has looked for it yet.
See, I told you. Frank has a thing for Nancy.
Later, guys.
We'll be waiting.
This guy says my main Minecraft abomination is having screenshot tied to the tilde and change perspective to whatever that little character is called. I play with inverted controls, so that's my confession, is I play with inverted controls. But it makes sense to me, so we're moving on from that. Not left, right, just up, down. Because in my head, I'm operating a camera, and if it's like a big movie camera, if I want to look upwards, I push the bottom of the camera down. And if I want to look down, I pull the camera down. So it's like, red, hold up. How have I not known this? Oh yeah, and I rebound Q too. Eloquent says I rebound Q to dash as soon as I start playing because I watch Mambo lose his pick to the void too many times. I've rebounded to Z, yeah, because it's harder to hit that way accidentally. Oh, sorry about that tone. I do need to call that lady though, so we're gonna call her. So we're gonna 1, and that stops the tone. So 702 555 9137. Sorry about that. It was annoying me too, and I just didn't think about moving.
If you're selling something, hang up right now. I got an air horn in my hand that could deafen a dinosaur, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, no, please. I'm not selling anything. Believe me. Is this Vivian Whitmore?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You got exactly 5 seconds to state your business.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, right. The Moon Lake Park Ranger said you might call. But you have to talk fast. An old friend of mine is flying in today from Florida. And when I say old, I mean old, as in 5 years older than I am. Don't bother trying to do the math, sweet stuff. You'll hurt yourself. So, that ranger fella said you found an old picture of me.
Yeah.
That's right. I found it in the cellar of Mickey Malone's old house on Moon Lake.
Moon Lake. Talk about your fond memories.
It doesn't actually sound that old, is the fun part.
I had a lot of fun there. Although I wasn't anywhere near as wild as most young people were back then. But I think Mickey kind of respected me for that. I was his gal for 5 years. He always kept birch beer on tap at that speakeasy of his just for me.
Tell me about the speakeasy.
It was in the basement, right there at Moon Lake. Feds never knew about it, but everybody who was anybody on the East Coast back then, actors, musicians, bankers, politicians, they knew. You weren't big time unless you'd made at least one trip to Moon Lake Mickey's.
Did this speakeasy have a secret entrance?
There was a lock hidden in one of the tombstones in that little cemetery behind the house.
Key?
You needed a key to unlock it, and when you did, stairs would appear that led to the speakeasy.
I need a different key. I don't think I've got a skeleton key, but M might. I think I'll call her back later.
It's been fun talking to you.
Because we're running low on time. I want to see how far I can get. Okay, so I don't have a key, but if I need a key for the tombstone, we know somebody who said she found a skeleton key. So let's go talk to Em real quick, or maybe nose around her shop and see if we can find a key. I feel like I remember seeing one on the wall. Wasn't there one displayed on the wall? Maybe I'm making that up. I don't want to talk to you just yet. I want to look at stuff. No? No? Okay, we'll talk to her.
How you holding up?
Okay, you can't help me.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yola hee-hoo.
Eloquent says, when you said you speed ran this in an hour as a kid, I thought normal gameplay might be maybe 4 hours. I guess this would be more like a two-parter. Yeah, I'd like to finish it today. I'm not sure if I'll quite get that far. Where are we gonna get a key? Key in one of the tombstones. The pin. Good idea, Eloquent. Let's go see if we can find one of the tombstones. And, see if we can put the pin into a hole maybe somewhere. Wrong way. I don't remember. I get to this point and I think I go this way. Let's see if I can get it right. Oh, yep. Boom. Alright, let's see what we got. Aha! I don't know if that's gonna work though.
It looks like some kind of keyhole.
Oh, maybe
It looks like
I've
some
realized
kind of
that I need a
keyhole.
key, but Nancy has not realized that we need a key.
It looks like some kind of keyhole.
Okay. Oh, what I wouldn't do for a waystone right about now. If I can get out of here without looking at the map once, I'm going to be real happy with myself. Oh, no, I didn't. Excuse my cough. I am so very sorry. Alright, where did I mess up? Fallen tree? Which way do I need to go with the fallen tree? Wrong thing. Where's the map? Fallen tree. I need to go down from the fallen tree. This way. Oh, something's caught in my throat. Sorry. Do you have to talk to people on the phone to advance Nancy's knowledge of the plot? Possibly. It depends. It depends. Ned and the Hardy Boys and Bess and George are usually optional, but not always. Let's try this again. If not, we'll go back and see if we can call, what was her name, Vivian again?
How you holding up?
Okay.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yola hee-hoo.
Alright, what about we check our PDA? Does the PDA have any hints? She might know. Can I call people? Oh no, it's just numbers. In later games, she gets a cell phone. Alright, we'll go back and call what's-her-face. Call Sally about her well water. Ah, right, I should definitely do that. Maybe Sally has a key somewhere. Alright, Sally. Smoke from earlier today is real messing with me.
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, hi. How's it going?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. I had your well water tested, and according to the health department, it contains a very high level of arsenic.
Arsenic? Somebody poisoned my well?
Maybe.
The health department can't say for sure yet, but if that is the case, do you have any idea who would do a thing like that?
No. And it doesn't matter. I love that house, and I am going to live in it. If that well's bad, I'll just dig another one. At least I will when I know for sure why bad things keep happening there. You are going to figure that out, right, Nancy?
You bet I am.
I knew I could count on you.
Were you ever told that Mickey Malone supposedly buried a small fortune in gold bullion somewhere on your property and that it has yet to be found?
Is this a joke?
That is a great reaction. Are you kidding me? Probably just a rumor.
It's probably just a rumor, but on the off chance that it isn't, do you have any idea where he could have hidden it?
No. Could it be true?
That'll pay for your new well anyway.
It could be, yes. But even if it is a rumor, it seems kind of odd that no one around here ever mentioned it to you.
How did you hear about it?
I found the journal of a man named William Akers in a safe in your cellar. He was one of Malone's closest associates. Ever hear of him?
Never.
In the paperwork that you had to wade through when you bought this property, do you recall ever coming across the name Vivian Whitmore?
No, I sure don't. Who's she?
A close friend of Mickey Malone's, or so it would seem.
Close
Her name wasn't
friend.
anywhere on the deed.
Dated
I
her
know
for
that.
5 years. Close friend.
Talk to you later.
Stay in touch.
Okay, let's call back Vivian and see if she's got anything else. 1702 555 9137. That's a satisfying. That square.
Hello?
Is this Vivian?
No, this is your station drop-off. Vivian's fixing snacks in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, Eustacia Andropov? Harry Houdini's cousin?
Use the air horn like I showed you.
No, Eustacia, wait. It's Nancy Drew. I talked to you on the phone a couple of months ago, just after a friend of mine was kidnapped in St. Louis. I asked you questions about the theater where the kidnapping took place, the Royal Palladium, remember?
Nancy Drew, the Snoopy one. You're not dead yet?
No.
Most people, I talk to them one day, next day they're dead. It is an old age thing.
Stop being so
Or you're
morbid here.
assassin.
Have some clam dip. Hello? Nancy? So you know Eustacia, huh? Small world. Well, what's up?
William Akers, the guy you call Willie. He wrote about looking for the gold that Malone had supposedly buried on his property at Moon Lake. Do you know anything about that?
The hole in the floor gold heist. Well, I'll be darned.
That was the name Akers used, too. What else can you tell me?
Truth be told, when Mickey told me he was the one who pulled off that heist and that he'd buried 20 gold bars at Moon Lake, I didn't believe him. I thought he was making it up. See, Mickey and I were on the outs by then. I thought he was just trying to entice me to come back. But if he told Willie the same thing, maybe there's something to the story after all.
Did he ever say anything to you about a map?
Yes. He said he was making a treasure map and that... The dog.
The dogs. It's
Something
always
about
the
those
dogs.
dogs of his.
The dogs will lead the way?
He was always saying that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had it engraved on his tombstone.
Oh?
Think, Viv, think. He said he was making a treasure map and that he was also having paintings done of each dog. He made it sound like one thing had something to do with the other, like he was giving me some big important clue. But I just figured he was playing games, trying to lure me back with mystery and intrigue. I told him to buzz off. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Did he say what he was going to do with the paintings?
He said he was going to hang them in the speakeasy, and I'm sure that's precisely what he did.
Do you have any idea how to get into Malone's speakeasy from the house?
I sure don't. That saloon was built using two main ingredients, concrete and secrecy. Mickey always bragged that nobody could get in unless he wanted them in, and I do believe he was right. But I'll tell you what. If you send me that picture of me and Mickey,
okay.
I'll send
She
you
has the key.
my key.
The key to the tombstone? You still have it?
It's in the bottom of my jewelry box. I've come this close to throwing it out 100 times, but it's so small, and the memories it brings back are so big. Well, I just couldn't, as a joke. Mickey had a tombstone made with the name of this federal agent who had it out for him inscribed on it. That's the one the key unlocks.
Some joke. Make a tombstone for the guy who's chasing you, and then make that what opens your illegal clubhouse. Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Can you remember anything about Malone's dogs that might suggest where he hid the gold?
I stayed away from his dogs. They made me nervous, always jumping around, barking at this or that. The only one I liked was, what was his name? Iggy.
Iggy.
I liked Iggy because he was nice and quiet. He just lay on the porch all day and didn't make a peep.
Eloquent says, I love how all this awful stuff happened, but half the guys involved are too old to care anymore, so this info is easy to find. Fortunately, they're too old to care, but apparently they all have super sharp memories, and that is not a combination you get very often in real life.
Do you know anything about the safe that's in the cellar of his house at Moon Lake?
You must be talking about the wall safe. That was Willie's. By Willie, I mean William Akers, one of the guys who worked for Mickey.
We had that we already had that.
What can you tell me about William Akers?
He was Mickey's most trusted employee. Mickey treated all his other men like dirt, but not Willie. He honestly liked Willie, respected him, trusted him implicitly.
It's been fun talking to you.
Anytime.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I think we got like one more, probably not a whole session of this this game left. But I think we got more than, the 1 minute that I have left in stream. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, we're going to save this. And we're going to save it as what we need to do next. So we need to mail, pick to Viv. We're gonna save it there. And then next week we will finish this game and possibly start on another one. I feel like that's how I'm gonna kind of do these for a while. Is on my Wednesdays we're just gonna go through these old Nancy Drew games because I'm having a blast and it's kind of fun to do something different. So next week, same bat time, same bat channel. At least let's see, next week. Yes, there's a week coming up that I may not be here, but we'll see. See if we've got. I don't think I can end my stream from here. I think I'm gonna have to do this and turn off the cool music. And yeah, I will see you guys on Friday night with some shenanigans with Lee. It's gonna be a blast. And yeah, we'll see you then. Until next time, have a fantastic rest of your evening, afternoon, whatever it happens to be. I'm gonna go eat dinner because I'm hungry. So until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.